Chapter 6. The Journey Begins. Cal's point of view. "Welcome, seer." "Who are you?" she replied. "I am what I was made to become, your savior." "Enough with the gibberish and get to the point," she snapped. "So much hatred you store inside," he taunted. "Well, let's see how long it takes before you crack." Cal watched as the cloaked figure ignited his lightsaber, a flash of red engulfing his vision before he awakened from the dream. Cal felt his whole body jerk as he woke up. He took in a few deep breaths as he wiped the sweat off his forehead. "You okay, Cal?" Marin asked. "Fine. It was just a dream, I think." "I know I'm not an expert on Jedi, but was that normal?" she asked while sitting down next to him. "Sometimes, but they're not the best feeling," he admitted. "Was it about Seer? Is she all right?" "I'm not sure. Whoever has her is not an enemy to reckon with," he began. "What do you mean?" "I had an encounter with him on Coruscant. Right away, I could sense he had a dark presence to him. I think he was a Sith Lord." "What is a Sith Lord?" Marin asked, confused. "They're like the Jedi, but they use the dark side of the Force. They seek power and control. They'll do whatever it takes to claim what they want," Cal explained. "Another Malicos," she mumbled. "Exactly, which is why we need to stop him." "Get up here, kid, we're landing," Grease called. Marin and I both got up and made our way over to the front. She sat down with Annika on the couch, while I sat in the front with Grease. As the Mantis landed, I got up from my chair and waited for the hatch to open. Once it did, I smiled once I saw a few familiar faces. "It's good to see you, Cal," said Mari. "How did she know we were going to be here?" Grease asked. "I sent in a transmission earlier from the ship," I replied. "Come on, we'll talk more inside," Mari added. Time skip. Annika's point of view. It felt strange being in this situation. I still am conflicted on whether to really trust Cal or not. For all I know, he can turn on me when I least expect it. I didn't bother to listen to whatever he was yapping about with these random strangers. Marin seemed a bit odd, but at least she was nice. As for Grease, he's another story. "Hey Annika, mind if we talk?" Cal started, snapping me out of my thoughts. "Yeah, sure." "I know you don't trust me at all," he began, "but I swear I am on your side." "See, that's where I don't believe you," I started. "Let's cut this short so I can find Varlo on my own." "You're crazy if you think that's an option," Cal argued. "Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?" "It means that you're a target for the Empire, and if you go out on your own, they'll do more than just lock you up," he added. "What, are you scared that I'll rat you out?" "Wouldn't you have done that by now? Look, I don't need you to go out and do something risky that's going to get you killed," he replied sternly. "Why do you care so much anyway?" I added. "Because you're involved in my world, and in my world it means war, so I suggest you listen to me if you want to find Varlo." I crossed my arms in annoyance, looking away from Cal. "I promise, we'll discuss a plan about Varlo once I get things sorted out." "What, like finding your Jedi friend is more important?" I fired back. "Can you please just work with me for a moment? Why are you being so difficult?" he yelled. "It's because of people like you that my parents are dead. You're the reason why I've been alone for years. I lost everything, and you just expect me to brush off what you did was okay?" I yelled back. Cal shook his head and began to walk off. "See, you won't even admit to the truth." "For your information, Annika, my kind were wiped out by the Empire. You don't know half of the things I've been through. Look at me like a monster all you want, but I suggest you think for a moment before you make such accusations." Cal took off right away shortly after our little blowout, leaving me alone with my thoughts. Time skip. Cal's point of view. I don't know why I let Annika get to me so easily. Maybe it was a mistake bringing her along, but I couldn't leave her to die. "Cal, do you have a moment?" Mari asked. "We have some new information on that holocron you brought." "We weren't able to crack it completely, but we could identify that it is a Sith Holocron." Makes sense why I felt a dark vibe to it earlier. "Anything else?" I asked. "No. Although, the questions you have for it may be deep inside this temple," Mari added. Mari guided me through the different sections in this temple. After walking for a while, we made our way to a dark corridor. This section has been closed off due to stability issues, she added. I slowly raised my lightsaber up, allowing the light to illuminate the dark room. Stay here. I won't be long. Be careful, Cal. As I walked down the corridor, I felt a bit uneasy. Luckily, it didn't take me long to find the inscriptions I was looking for. I examined the inscriptions closely so I could read it, while BD1 scanned. Once I finished up, I quickly made my way out of the cave. I thanked Mari for her help and made my way back to the Mantis. Did you find the answers you were looking for? Said Marin. I did, and all I can say is, what we're up against is far worse than I imagined. Well, are you going to tell us, or keep us in anticipation? Said Grease. The inscriptions mentioned a planet called Moraban, I began. I think that's where Seer may be, but we've got a problem. And that would be what? More crazy creatures? Grease asked. It's also the home to the ancient Sith Lords. End of Chapter 6.